This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 train. The next stop is
Wall Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Happy Friday, everybody. This is Natra Advisor with NYU Grad on July 11th. Let's jump into today's session. It was a little bit of a sell-off today, and I'm noticing some curious trends here. But taking a look at the top line numbers on the NYSE, we had 288 new highs versus 91 new lows, 23% advanced versus 73% decline today, 25% below the 50-day moving average, and 39% below its 200-day moving average. All of the indices closed red today. The Russell closed down more than the rest, and the NASDAQ, while closed red as well, for a few moments in the afternoon, it turned green, but then it closed down about 0.25%. The key thing to really point out today is even with the selling, the most of the Mag 7 were green, other than like Apple down 0.6% and Meta down 1.3%. But the rest of the Mag 7 were green, like Microsoft was up 0.3, Nvidia making new highs up 0.48, Amazon 1.25, Google was up 1.4, and Tesla 1.1. So that was a little bit of a curious dichotomy or condition today that I kind of stuck out to me. So what that tells me is that those names that were green in the Mag 7 really held up the market, despite technology being down almost 0.5%. Taking a quick look at the 1 week performance, whether you look at it for the week ended or the day, energy had a great week, performed better than any other sector. It was up 1.6% for the week and 0.6% for the day. Taking a quick look at the sectors for the Friday session, pretty much every sector was red except for energy. Leading to the downside, healthcare down 1.1%. There's some headline risk here for some new pharma-specific tariffs that are imminent. Financials down 1%. Technology, as I noted, down 0.48%. Consumer defensive down 0.39%. Industrials 0.33%. Communication services 0.25%. Utilities down 0.2%. So rough day across the board unless you were in energy, gold, and Bitcoin. Another a pretty obvious trend that is developing since the end of June. If you take a look at the show notes, I'll try to describe it if you're just listening to the audio. The SPY or S&P futures contract has basically been trending higher each day, retesting this line of support since the end of June in this little ragged channel. It's been tested like 8 times. So the key question is, will it continue to offer support as we go higher, and then maybe we'll find another footing to go even higher on the S&P? Or is this trend line of support eventually going to break down? That's one thing I'm watching. And another data point from the Kobisi letter, they have posted like 371 large companies went bankrupt for the first 6 months of this year. It's the most in 15 years. So that's a data point that I thought was quite interesting as well. Looking at just the volume, again, it was very low volume, and the tariff news are back in the headlines. If you take a look at some of these charts I've included for the NASDAQ futures, we were basically carving out balance areas throughout the day. Looking at profitable companies in the NASDAQ making new highs for the session, NVIDIA, SoFi, and Robinhood. There were about 9 on the NASDAQ 100. In the S&P, to the upside, you had Halliburton up 3.4, Ventas 2.5, CF Industries 2.5, Constellation Energy 2.3, Kenvue 2.3, Baker Hughes 2.2, Arista Networks 2.2, Seagate 2.1, and Western Digital 2%. In the NASDAQ 100, you had, again, Constellation Energy and Baker Hughes again. To the downside, you have PayPal down 5.75%, Dayforce 5.1%, United Airlines 4.5%, Caesars Entertainment down 4%. These were just up, by the way. Remember I said, oh wow, these are all travel related that went up? Well, I guess today they went down. Albemarle 3.6%, Gilead down 3.6%, CarMax 3.6%, Molina Healthcare 3.5%. In the NASDAQ 100, you have PayPal again, Atlassian down 5.6%, Gilead 3.6%, Intuitive Surgical 3%, AppLovin 2.9%, and Shopify 2.9% as well. I'm going to be covering the macro, the Mag 7, as well as an update on some of the 40 balance area setups that I discussed with you all a few days ago.
We can't forget that this is just a small taste of the in-depth analysis that Not Your Advisor provides. They don't just throw numbers at you, they connect the dots, find those hidden trends, and help you understand what's driving the markets.
If you want the full picture, you got to check out the full Not Your Advisor episode.
Don't forget to subscribe to notyouradvisor.com.
And all their premium content. I mean, it's like having a direct line to what's really going on in the market.
It is. It really is. They cut through all the BS and give you the kind of info that you just won't find anywhere else.
Think about this. Investing is all about making decisions that work for you and your goals. You're the one in control.
Not Your Advisor can give you the map, but you choose where you want to go.
And with that empowering thought, we'll sign off. Happy investing.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.